2K Sports. And this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, B.A. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
And now Dallas is starting group. They've got Daniel Gafford, Davis out there with Washington. Then it's Flagg, and it's Christie in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Washington. There's Davis with the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, the response. AD might be a quiet guy off the court, but on the floor, he is an absolute killer.
And there's a pick. Here's DeRozan. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. And Dallas with possession. Washington, a screen on Levine. Christie. Three-pointer off the mark. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Oh, it's blocked by Washington. And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Off the mark there with a 3.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
That one goes. Count it. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. On the wing, DeRozan. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, from down in the low post, it goes.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
A bit ago, Doug Christie and I were able to chat. We spoke about the challenge of facing Anthony Davis. Coach commented, there aren't a lot of guys like AD, bigs who can control both ends of the paint. We have to be aware of him at all times, or he's going to take over the game. No doubt Davis will be a factor tonight. Brian, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's DeRozan, following the score by Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Washington grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Let's go with a 3. And it's Flagg missing.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Westbrook taking his time here. Pass to Levine. Down low. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Smart play call by Levine. Breaks up the defense, feeds the easy shooter.
Here's Washington for 3. It's rebounded by Levine. A minute 35 left to play in the first quarter. They set the pick. Knocks it down from distance.
We've seen the evolution of Levine as a three-point shooter. He's gained the confidence behind the arc, and he makes an impact there consistently.
Now here's Washington. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. And it's clear, Anthony Davis welcomes the challenge of leading as the team's best player.
And it's a role he occupied in New Orleans. Now the opportunity to play more at the 4 spot. He got what he wanted and is ready to take the weight.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
And that one's good.
What's not to like? He's been really good so far. Good start.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's a screen. Here's DeRozan. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Now here's Gafford. Still no points. Davis with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Flag. Basket counts.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
16 feet out. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Kings on top. They're up by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
We've got Zach LaVine, Drew Eubanks out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And so here's Sacramento after the basket by Dallas. Monk against Russell. Here's Monk. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Russell with the rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Now here's Thompson. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game.
We all know Clay can hit this. His accuracy from the mid-range is a reliable option, to say the least.
Monk with it, guarded by Russell. And it's Monk missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
You know, RJ, the roster for the Kings shifting since last season's trade deadline, but still plenty of talent.
Yeah, in particular, the Fox for LaVine trade has them stopped with wings. And if you look at the NBA Finals, both teams were loaded.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Monk's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
DeRozan's checked in for the Kings. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Powell. Davis comes in for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Thompson. And Christie subbed in for Russell. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. And pushing it up, here's Sacramento. Achiuwa finds LaVine. Taking them all on. LaVine. And Graham, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee.
Also, his ability to push the action and get to the line made a huge difference.
Achua with a screen. Here's Levine. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Well, I'm wondering, RJ, do you think we'll see a Zach LaVine highlight dunk tonight?
Yeah, B.A., most nights we normally do. Something else also, I've come to expect shooting sprees from Zach. This man can rattle off 3 and 4 and a quarter like it's nothing.
The Kings lead by 5. Westbrook outside. Outside Murray. Here's DeRozan. Excellent D there from Davis.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Minute 32 left in the first half. Gafford looking to end the run. Oh, Davis feasting inside.
Look at how competitive Davis gets on the glass. He just knows how valuable those second chance shots are.
On the wing, Murray. DeRozan looks it over. Pass to Westbrook. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Westbrook's got 6.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Christie passes to Davis. Over Murray. Davis can't hit.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Here's Westbrook. Pass to Levine. Clock at 4. Over Christie. And another basket for Sacramento.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Flagg. He had 10 points in the win against Houston. Now here's Christie. To the paint. Here's Davis. And good on the 7-footer. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
That'll do it for the first half. The Kings on top. They're up by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
19.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points early or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kenny?
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Sacramento Kings.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's Flag. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. They've got Flag. P.J. Washington out there with Davis. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Davis. 5 on the clock. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. All right, here's a look at the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And you know, for that matchup with the Nets, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
And here's Westbrook. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Last season, Richard, the Kings traded away De'Aaron Fox after 7 years with the organization.
And remember, they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton in an attempt to build around Fox. And now they're both gone. Sacramento is right back at square one.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Outside Christie. Washington outside. Outside Davis. Wow, Anthony Davis throwing his weight around inside.
This is the defensive intensity you have to have against Davis inside, but he still powers through it.
The three from DeRozan. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. P.J. Washington picks one up. You know, people call DeMar DeRozan the modern master of the mid-range.
Well, he's earned that with his mid-range efficiency and scoring. It's an area a lot of offenses overlook now, but DeMar, oh, he is the exception to the rule.
That's good from DeRozan.
There's an old-school feel to DeMar's game. He'll hit you with a pull-up mid-range J. It makes DeRozan really tough to guard.
Pass to Davis. AD doing what he does.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Murray passes to Levine. DeRozan outside. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. And it's Flag with a rebound.
When you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
They set a pick. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Murray. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Back to you.
Priority straight. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
A premier player in this league, Davis with another huge night, showing why he is an NBA champion.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. change here. Nimhard's checked in. Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. The Mavericks, second.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Pass to DeRozan. And there's the screen. Takes the three. Mavericks with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
And out of bounds, the Kings will take it. Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Now here's Schroeder. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. DeRozan, left side. Lets it fly. And another miss by Sacramento.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Pass to Marshall. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Washington, a screen on DeRozan. And here's Flag outside. On target from range. Now just a 5-point Sacramento lead.
I guess that defense thought they could live with that, and he punished them for thinking so.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
Pass to Flag. Back to Nimhard. Washington, a screen on Schroeder. Nimhard for three. No good. Sacramento leading by 7. Out to the wing, and here's Schroeder outside. Hits a three-pointer. Schroeder's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Pass to Flag. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. That one is off. And so it's the Sacramento Kings, ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Precious Achiuwa. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Eubanks in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Mavericks trail by 10. Nimhard outside. Puts up a three. The rebound by Eubanks. And so it's Monk who brings up the ball for Sacramento. When this game's over, they'll be off to Golden State as they take on the Warriors. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And for Dallas, they're shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Inside, Davis. Some solid D from Eubanks. The Kings lead by 10. Here's Schroeder. Soft touch off the glass.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Nimhard. And here's Thompson for three. Rebound by the Kings. Eubanks, he's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Schroeder. Achiuwa with a screen on Russell. Lets it go from the wing. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
When it's Monk running the pick and roll, you have to assume Malik's going to be himself. So that's poor anticipation defensively.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. group getting ready for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Marshall. Washington comes in for Klay Thompson. Christie's checked in for Russell. And Flagg subbed in for Nembhard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He asked his team to take in the moment, saying, "This is what it's all about, guys. This is why we work so hard and why we love this game. Embrace it." Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Flagg. Outside Davis. Here's the floater. Blocked!
Yeah, great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Shot clock at 5. Davis. Goes again. Oh, AD. Relentless.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Sacramento leading by 12. Westbrook. Oh, can't hit the jumper. For Dallas, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Christie outside. Here's Davis. A throwback possession. 2 points.
Uh-oh, everything is going AD's way. He is in that zone and scoring at a terrific pace.
Now here's Westbrook.
When Westbrook is facilitating the offense, that's when he is the most valuable contributor.
Shooting for Sacramento, Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
The hustle and intensity that Westbrook brings to this team can be infectious.
And so Westbrook nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Davis. Murray pulls it down. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
We see this time and time again from LaVine. He has the ability to put the offense on his shoulders.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Sacramento leading by 14. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Outside LaVine. It's off. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Flagg. Now Davis. Shot from 12. No, it's off target.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Kings.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Zach LaVine.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Here's LaVine. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Outside Westbrook, just 3 to shoot. Oh, it's it's off! So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Zach LaVine.